Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome with Ms Astri again. Don't get bored of me. Okay, today we still talk about the tales and legend, everybody. Even in the last meeting, we have already learned about the new vocabulary that is related to the text. Today we are going to read together the story of a Chang and a Pearl Dragon. Nah, please open up chapter 9, Tales and Legend, page 124, 126, and please see the story, A Tale from China. Yeah, okay, A Tale from China, which is Chang and the Pearl Dragon. But before of that, Ms Astri will remind you about what is traditional tales, everybody. So, traditional tale is a story that has been taught and retold for many years and consequently become a story that almost everyone knows because the story was from China. So, many people in China must be already know about the story. Okay, now this one, let's read together. Actually, everybody, the full version of the story is available in your English textbook. It is available in page 154. Remember? 154. There is a full version of the story, but because it is way too long to be read by Ms Astri in the video, so you can read the full version by yourself to be able to answer the question in the end of this video. Okay, the question will be on the Google form. Okay, so let's try to find out, because our target today is to be able to know the features of traditional tales and legend, which is which one is the character, which one is the action, setting, themes, and also learn about how to decide which one is the narrative structure. That is why Ms Astri will share you about the tips and trick of how to read the story. So for those who think like, Miss, I feel like I'm difficult to understand about one new story, nah, Ms Astri will give you the tips. For example, like this. Please see A Tale from China. Let's read it together. Chang, a young boy from China, is on his way to visit the great wizard of the West. That is one sentence, right? So all you have to do is please understand word per word. For example, like this. Chang, a young boy from China. Young means muda. Boy means lelaki from China. Oh, anak muda dari China. Is on his way to visit the great wizard of the West. Is on his way means menuju, right? To visit, mengunjungi. Great wizard means penyihir agung, ya, of the West, penyihir agung dari barat. So see, by doing the translation word per word like that, using your own prior knowledge, I believe inshallah you will understand the text very fast. Okay, if you read the story like Chang, of young boy from China, we went to visit the great wizard of the West. He need to ask him why he and his mother are so poor on his journey. Okay, I guaranteed you will not understand what the story is about if you read it that fast. Okay, so please be calm. Translate it word per word, arrange it inside your mind, and try to understand what the sentence is about until you understand the whole of the story. Okay, let Ms Astri start to read it for you, and you can listen while you read in your own textbook, page 126. Okay, Chang, a young boy from China, is on his way to visit the great wizard of the West. He needs to ask why he and his mother are so poor. On his journey, Chang meets 3 others who help him on his way and who also have questions for the wizard. The pearl dragon is one of the three friends. Chang and the pearl dragon. Chang was about to run away, but the dragon called him. Don't be frightened, I'm quite harmless. Tell me why you want to cross my river. Chang explained that he needed to ask the Great Wizard of the West some important questions. When the Pearl Dragon heard the questions, it smiled. You're a good lad, Chang, it said. Hop on my back and I'll have you across in a jiffy. On the far side of the river, Chang thanked the dragon. Think nothing of it, the dragon replied cheerfully. That's what I'm here for. Oh, by the way, while you're there, could you please ask the wizard why I can't fly? Every dragon in China can fly, except me. Naturally, Chang said yes. He set off again toward the west with the 4 questions going around and around in his head. 49 days later, he came to the golden palace of the Great Wizard of the West. The palace was carved out of a mountain. It took Chang a whole day to climb the million steps up to the huge door. When he pulled on the bell rope, the mountain shook. Flocks of eagles rose quaking into the air from 1,000 golden towers. The great doors of the palace swung open. Chang found himself in a mighty hall. It was so high he couldn't see the ceiling for the clouds. On a throne at the end of the hall sat the great wizard. He glared down at Chang. Glare down, looking into like this. He glared down at Chang. Well, he bellowed. What do you want, boy? Chang tried to stop shaking. I have 4 questions to ask you, sir. The great doors of the palace swung open. Chang found himself. Oh, which one? Oh, that's already finished. Okay. Oh, where were I? Ha! Shouted the wizard. Then you may as well go home right now. I will only answer 3 questions. If you ask me 4, I won't answer any of them. So there. Chang thought his leg would fall underneath him. What could he do? There was his poor mother's question, then the old women question, the old man question, and the pearl dragon question. For his own sake, as well as his mother, he desperately wanted to know the answer to the first question. But he also knew he couldn't let his friends down, so he answered sadly, Then I will only ask you 3. From Dragon Tales by Andy Blackford. So, that is a short version of the text of the Chang and the Pearl Dragon. So if you want to know the full story, you can read by yourself the Chang and the Pearl Dragon in the page 154, and after that you would be able to answer the question in the Google form that Ms Astri will give to you in the instruction. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about the features of traditional tales and legend, everybody. From the story that we have been read before, we know that who are the characters in the story? The main character in the story is Chang, and also, only Chang is the main character. But there are many characters inside the story. The Pearl Dragon, the Great Wizard, Chang's mother, the old man, and also the old women. Okay, guys, so do you think in the real life we still can find any dragon? Nah, that is why in the traditional tale somehow there is animal that can talk like human. That's what we call tale and legend. Yeah. Next question. What is the action happen in the story? The action happen mean the story more only about generosity, about the loyalty, about the honesty, and the friendship of Chang to the other person that try to give him another question to be asked to the wizard, and also the loyalty of Chang, yeah, to his mom as well. Oh yeah, loyalty with Y, yeah, not with I. So sorry, that was typo in our last meeting. Loyalty with Y, not with I. And then where does the story take place? Nah, the story take place in China, everybody, like the book told you so. And also Chang going through the forest, he also came to one village to the other village so he can see his friends, yeah. And also it involved a long journey, yeah. And what is the theme of the story? The theme of the story of a Chang and Pearl Dragon is a quest to find a person. Who Chang looking for? The Great Wizard, everybody. Now, talking about the narrative structure, the story of the Chang and the Pearl Dragon itself is written in the narrative structure like the other story. Like for example, it has the opening. In the opening, the writer tried to describe the setting and also introduce you the character. And when we go on into the build-up, the writer tried to give you the excitement and tensions grow and also give emotion, and also climax, or we call it also dilemma, yeah. That's also the major dilemma when the Chang speak to the Great Wizard that he only could ask 3, but actually he has 4. That's what we call climax, okay, the dilemma that happen inside the character's heart. And also the resolution, we call it resolution when the characters find a route through their difficulties, which is end up in ending that happily ever after. Do you think the story is happily ever after ending? Please check in page 160 whether it is happily ever after or not, okay? Please read the story until the end. Nah, that is why from our short story previously and our discussion, we can conclude that the features of traditional tales and legends are: first, the character consists of talking animals, yeah, like the dragon that can speak like a human. Fantasy creature, I think dragon is a fantasy creature. Have you ever seen the real dragon in this world? I mean, like a dinosaur. So is there somebody who ever find the skeleton of the dragon? Maybe dragon is a fantasy creature like a unicorn theme. And also there always be good and evil person, and also there will be wise and foolish character as well. And then the setting mostly happen in the forest, in a village, in a long journey, something like that. And action, yeah, mostly in a traditional tale, it is about the kindness, loyalty, helpfulness, and also the passion. And the themes usually about a quest to find a person, to find a great wizard, right? Or an object, or a gift, or an object with a special and unusual power. Can you know that kind of story? Try to find it. And then also it's supposed to be written in chronological order to make the story more interesting, right? If it is written in, happily ever after that going into the opening, after that suddenly build up and climax, no, there's no such a good story. So a good story is supposed to be written in chronological order, and the last one is have moral values for the reader to be learned. So it is hoped that after you read the traditional tale, it is hoped that the reader could understand the moral value that can learn from the story. For example, like, we have to know that Chang is never give up, young man, something like that. So we are also, as a human, need to be never give up person to get what we want. Yeah, something like that. So that's what we call the moral values to be learned. Okay, so these are the features of traditional tales and legend that build a very good traditional legend. Now please think, have you ever heard about any traditional tales and legend? For example, like if it is in the West, we have Little Red Riding Hood, and then what about it? The Cinderella and many other traditional tales. Yeah. Okay. So that's all. Thank you. Now please do the exercise available in the instruction. Now, after you watch this video explanation, yeah, please read the whole story of the Chang and the Pearl Dragon, and after that try to do the exercise that Ms Astri has already give you the link in the instruction. Okay, everybody? Okay, good luck for the exercise. Do your best. Do not read too fast. Read slowly, calmly, understand word per word, so you will remember what the story is about, and when there is question, we will be easily to answer the question. Okay? Okay, that's all for the explanation of today. Good luck with the exercise. Ms Astri sign out. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.